Hi there, it's GotAUkulele back with a very quick beginner's tip video for you. This is a subject I've written an article on before, which is linked below, but people are asking for these to come out in video form, so I'm trying to do that. And that is how to play a ukulele if you are left-handed. Now, you will see a lot of people ask this question, a lot of lefties online, and you will see a lot of people answering saying, I'll tell you how you should do it. You should do it like this. And they proceed to tell them how they do it and say that is best for you. And that's absolute rubbish, because the only person who knows what's best for them is the left-handed player themselves. And there are a number of ways you can approach it. Not everybody approaches it the same way, and the right way is the way that is best for that person. The only way you find out is by trying them. Let's run through what those options are for you. Number one, this is a standard right-handed ukulele, nice and symmetrical. I'm using this for the demonstration, but the first option is to flip the ukulele over and also flip the strings, because the strings, by flipping it over, are in reverse. The advantage to that, people will say, is that it's just like playing a right-handed one. A lot of people say that the chord boxes and chord charts are more logical that way around, because they kind of match what you're looking at, and I can see that. The disadvantages are that, less so with an instrument like this, but you're going to have to adjust the intonation at the saddle. Ukulele strings are different thicknesses, so you may need to adjust the nut slots as well, because they may not fit, because you don't want them tight in the nut. And if you've got a ukulele with things like cutaways or pickup controls on the side, you'll find all those controls are on the wrong side. So that can be a bit of a problem. Obvious exponent of that sort of playing, Jimi Hendrix. He played a Stratocaster upside down with the switches and everything on the wrong side, and he made it work. Your other option, keep it flipped like this, but don't flip the strings. Now, this is going to sound really odd, but bear with me here. There are people who play that way. You don't need to have any adjustment to the nut and the saddle, which is the difficult bit to adjust. You still have the problem with pickups and things being on the wrong side, but you can just leave the ukulele as is. In fact, you would just play it like this. The downside to that, of course, is you are playing upstrokes become downstrokes. Everything's in reverse, so you're going to need your own charts. And probably redraw chord boxes. Seems very odd to me. However, Albert King, guitar player, great. Dick Dale, guitar player, they played their instruments. They were left-handed players, and they played them flipped over, but with the strings kept in the same orientation. So people do it. That might be right for you. Your third option, play it right-handed. Now, a lot of people will say, well, that's going to be great for you. There's no adjustments to be made. All the pickups and everything are on the wrong way, on the right way. All your chord charts look the same. I can see the logic behind that. And for some left-handed people, they find that actually their dominant hand, being their left hand, is better for fretting. But it's not for everybody, and some people find it very uncomfortable to strum that way. Again, it could be the right way if it's for you. Just try it. And in fact, that would be the first thing I would try. Your final option, buy a left-handed ukulele. Oh, if only it was that simple. Sadly, the number of left-handed ukuleles is a bit like left-handed guitars. They're not in the majority. Baton Rouge, Carla, Blackbird, I think they've put them out. I think Lanakai possibly. But they're not that common. And it's quite sad, really, that some ukuleles, like the Fender I looked at the other day, that's right-handed only. So if you can find one, that's probably your best bet. But I stress, go back to the beginning. These are your options. Flip it over, flip the strings, need to adjust the nut and saddle, controls on the wrong side but may work for you. Flip it over, don't flip the strings, lots of reworking of your chord boxes, but there are some people who play that way. Or learn to play it righty, or buy a left-handed ukulele. Only you will know which is best for you. Just because your left-handed pal says, I do it that way, and I flip the strings, and that's what works, doesn't mean that's what's right for you. Go with what is most comfortable and feels most natural for you, because the thing to bear in mind is once you've started down this path and you've chosen the way to go, that is the way you're going to stick to playing probably for the rest of your days. So you need to choose wisely, and I think it would make perfect sense for you to try out your options before you make that decision. Flip it and flip the strings, flip it and don't flip the strings, play righty. or by a left-handed uke. They're your options. There's a fuller written guide below this that goes into those details and talks about some of those players. So, incidentally, the play-righty example, Mark Knopfler, Gary Moore, Johnny Winter, guitar players who are all left-handed and play righty. So, there are examples in music of every different style, every different solution to the problem. Not one of them is right and not one of them is wrong. Only what you think is best. Hope that helps you and you find the solution for you. Back soon, going to try and do some more of these beginners tips to accompany old articles I've written, and I hope they help. See you very soon. Reviews back this weekend. Bye-bye.